And it's PLB with New Mobile News back with another video. Today's video is going to be part 2 of Crawdads, Taurus, Braves, Knights. I think we've got some even one dash program in here. Programs and signatures. So if you do like this kind of content on the channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you will get notified whenever I upload. If you have not yet watched part 1, you might want to watch that. I'll put a link to that in the description below. Also, if you have not yet checked out my basketball channel, check it out. It is PLB Basketball News. I'll put a link to that in the description below. Also, PLB with Football News is my football channel. I will put a link to that as well in the description below, so you can go ahead and check those channels out. And who knows when my first video for football will be coming. But make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications to those channels as well, so you will get notified whenever I upload to those channels. So let's go ahead and get into this video. Starting off with a 2018 Volume 2 from the Crawdads. The roster at this current time that it was made was Josh Advocate, AJ Alexi, Reed Anderson, Miguel Aparicio, Joe Barlow, Dario Beltre, Noah Brammer, Gene Casanova, Ryan Doro, Cole Enright, Alex Eubanks, DeMarcus Evans, Pedro Gonzalez, Yanni Hernandez, Sam Huff, Justin Jacobs, Eric Jenkins, Joe Kuza, Sal Mendez, Clay Middleton, Melvin Navawa, Tyler Phillips, Joel Pozo, Tyler Ratliff. There's still some more players, but let me pause and talk about something for a second. This was made pretty early in the 2018 season. I say that just because Eric Jenkins and Sal Mendez were moved up pretty quick in the season. Also, Alex Speeds, Chad Smith, Tyree Thompson, and Grant. I can't pronounce his last name, but here you go. Next one is a Llamas one when they were the Los Llamas de Hickory, which I don't exactly like. And if you want to see a video of why I don't like the Los Llamas de Hickory name, like this video. Because it might have a little bit of a rant in it too as well. This was a 2019 one, Volume 2. On this roster, when this was made, Jose Almonte, Grant Anderson, Miguel Aparicio, Sheraton Apostle, Tim Brennan, Dylan Bice, Heather Bueno, Gene Casanova. This was probably made before half of the season was over because Sheraton Apostle was promoted at the half-season mark. Also, you've got Sean Chandler, Franier Chavez, Hans Krause, Tyler DePreta Johnson, Tanner Gardner, Scott Engler, Pedro Gonzalez, Ronnie Henriquez, Sam Huff, John King, Abdel Mendoza, Jonathan Ornelas, Isaiah Correz, Wes Robertson, Yuri Rodriguez, Chris Cease, Chad Smith, Nick Snyder, Curtis Terry, Ty Tiedemann, Matt Watley, and Grant Wolfram. So here's the front of it again. Next one is a 2019 Volume 4. It was last updated July 5th, 2019. On this roster was Jose Almonte, Grant Anderson, Ryan Anderson, Miguel Aparicio, Sheraton Apostle, Dylan Bice, Jax Biggers, Tim Brannon, Heather Bueno, Franier Chavez, Hans Krause, Cole Enright, Kelvin Gonzalez, Pedro Gonzalez, Ronnie Enriquez, Lucas Jacobson, Jesus Linares, Abdel Mendoza, Melvin Navawa, Jonathan Ornelas, Isaiah Correz, Tyreek Reed, Yuri Rodriguez, Chris Cease, Nick Snyder, Nick Starr, Ty Tiedemann, Tyree Thompson, Matt Wally, Cole Wynn, and Grant Wolfram. There's the front of it, if you cared. Next is a Charlotte Knights one. got a couple signatures on the front if you can see those. Don't know if you can or not. You can pause the video if you really want to see it. We're going to try to find the roster here. Okay, here was the player roster. Spencer Adams, Eddie Alvarez, Manny Benuelos, Joel Booker, Aaron Bummer. Now, a lot of these players you might know just because they have been in the major leagues, and this is the AAA affiliate of the Chicago White Sox if you don't know. Zach Birdie, Ryan Bohr, Mauricio Cabrera, Dylan Cease, Brian Clark, Zach Collins, Ryan Cordell, Nicky Delmonico, Jake Elmore, Caleb Frere, Carson Fulmer, Casey Galipes, Ryan Goins, Alfredo Gonzalez, Jordan Guerrero, Brendan Geyer, Ian Hamilton, Eloy Jimenez. They had some good players on this roster. Evan Marshall, Danny Mendick, Juan Minaya, Josh Oshik, DJ Peterson, Donnie Roach, Jose Rodon, Jose Reyes, Matt Skoll, Jordan Stevens, Zach Thompson, Charlie Tilson, Matt Tom Shaw. So here's the front once again. That was made before Luis Robert was promoted. Here is a Winston-Salem Dash one. Think they were playing down east that day. This was in 2018. Here was their coaching staff. If you can see that. Let's go ahead and look at their 2018 roster. They had Blake Battenfield, Kyle Kubat, Danny Dupazzo, Jimmy Lambert, Tanner Banks, Luis Martinez, Lincoln Hinsman, Mike Morenson, Tyler Johnson, Connor Walsh, Drew Hasler, Cameron Seitzer, Blake Hickman, Yerman Mercedes, Micker Aldafo, Nate Nolan, Laz Rivera, Taekwon Forbes, Luis Gonzalez, Zach Rimmelard, Blake Rutherford, Luis Robert, Mitch Roman, Gavin Sheets, Yazan Urizelli. And they were playing the Wood Ducks. The Wood Ducks roster at this time was Idar Arando, Jairo Perez, Stephen Bruce, Caleb Fontanet, Jacob Lamont, Emerson Martinez, Michael Machwalua, Sal Mendez, C.D. Pelham, Jacob Shortsfield, Loki St. John, Christian Torres, Sammer Vivas, Walker Weichel, Cole Whipper, Alex Kowalczyk, Melvin Avala, Matt Watley, Josh Altman, Etrede Cordero, Brandon Davis, Charles LeBlanc, Anderson Tejeda, Eric Jenkins, Blaine Prescott, Franklin Rowland, Leody Tavares. And their coaching staff was Spike Owen was the manager, Steve Mintz was the pitching coach. And Spike Owen, by the way, was one of the rudest Crawdads managers that there probably has been. Carlos Maldonado, Kenny Hook. So, I've still got 3 more. The players on this roster was Jose Almonte, Reed Anderson, Ed Arando, Matt Ball, Dario Beltre, Elio Castillo, Kyle Cody, Etrede Cordero, DeMarcus Evans, Caleb Fontanet, Tanner Gardner, Eric Jenkins, Alex Kowalczyk, Luke Lanfer, Chuck LeBlanc, Jake Lamont, Michael Machwalua, Sal Mendez, C.D. Pelham, Brauyan Perez, Yoel Pozo, Blaine Prescott, Franklin Rowland, Matt Morrill, Leody Tavares, who was the number 1 prospect at the time that they made this, Anderson Tejeda, Christian Torres, Ricky Valencia, and Walker Weichel. Let's go ahead and go to the next one. Got some signatures here, as you can see. And let's go ahead and get into this one. Which they pretty much have the same roster except Taekwon Forbes, Carlos Correa, Blaine Prescott, and Yazan Urizieli were on this roster. So not a lot of difference. And the last one is a Braves one. And let's go ahead and this one was a 2018 one. They were playing the San Diego Padres in this series. They still had Brian Snitker as manager. I mean, they still do to this day. They had Brian Snitker as manager. That's what I meant. And the Padres roster at this time was Jose Castillo, Adam Simmer, Robbie Erlin, Brad Hand, Phil Hughes, Eric Lauer, Jordan Lyles, Ryan Mitchell, Clayton Richard, Tyson Ross, Craig Stammen, Matt Stram, and Kirby Yates. Catchers, A.J. Ellis, Rafi Lopez. Infielders were Freddie Galvis, Eric Hosmer, Jose Perella, Corey Spangenberg, Christian Villanova. Outfielders were Travis Jankowski, Manuel Margot, Hunter Renfroe, Franmil Reyes, and Matt, whatever his name is. For the Braves is pitchers Jesse Biddle, Shane Carl, Mike Fultonevich, Sam Freeman, Luis Guerrera, Brandon McCarthy, A.J. Minter, Peter Mullen, Sean Newcomb, Anibal Sanchez, Julio Teheran, Aroldis Vizcaíno, Dan Winker. Catchers were Tyler Flowers and Kurt Suzuki. Infielders were Ozzie Albies, Juan Camargo, Charlie Culberson, Ryan Flaherty, Freddie Freeman, Dansby Swanson. The outfielders were Peter Borges, Ender Inciarte, Nick Markakis, and Preston Tucker. So that's going to be the end of this series, I guess you could call it, on this channel. If you like this kind of content on the channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you get notified whenever I upload. And by the way, this was all the programs right here. Yeah, lots of them. Crazy amount of them. But if you do like this kind of content on the channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you will get notified whenever I upload. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back with more videos soon. And make sure to check out my basketball channel, PLB with Basketball News, and my football channel, PLB with Football News. Thank you for watching, and I'll be back with more videos soon.